So, there's no light there. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. Monkey. Alrighty guys, let's get started, shall we? We have a random day. We had them yesterday as the first SCP we got to read yesterday, and now we have the first SCP of theirs as well today. A random day giving us yesterday turtles all the way down, and now I marked it, right? Yes, I did mark it. Now we have Vaishnavastra. Beautiful title sound. Beautiful sound. There we go, guys. There you have the everything you need. Object class Kettle. Special containment procedures. SCP-2820 is contained in the provisional containment wing of Site-42. Research into SCP-2820 origins and methods of destroying it are underway. You know, I know a lot of people don't really fuck with the long special containment procedures. I don't really fuck with too short special containment procedures. Yeah, of course we get to the description real fast, but then I always kind of like, are we not gonna get it? Is that's it? We're not gonna get any other information about like how it's being contained? Because like I feel like if you just like, yeah, it's in that site, I'm like, is it in a room? Is it being chained? Is it just what's going on with it? Description: SCP-2820 is a directed energy weapon operated by a modified Prometheus Labs artificial intelligence designated as Kalki. The main body of the weapon resembles a multi-stage coil gun mortar. However, a satellite dish with an antenna has been mounted to the front, and the rear has been modified to fit a large semi-spherical apparatus. Attempts to open the apparatus have been unsuccessful. Mounted on the back of this apparatus is a monitor and terminal. The AI is able to receive and can respond to user inputs through the terminal. The monitor continually displays real-time satellite footage of a random person, the target, somewhere in the world, all of whom have been found to be anomalous in some way. Same honestly cool object class. Like, give me at least 3 paragraphs. That storm one is a hell no though. Oh yeah, that one that was basically half the log. Yeah. Like at the end, I don't mind because then it makes sense in the world, right? It's like, hey, this SCP is very complicated and it has so many aspects that they have to keep in mind. So of course the containment log will be longer. But I can see as a reader, it might be a little bit overwhelming. So I personally don't mind long ones. I personally don't mind it, but I can also fully understand like, hey, we just kind of want to know what it does. But yeah, SCP-2820 eliminates its target through a highly convoluted sequence of apparently unrelated events. At least, is this the final destination gun? At least once every 24 hours, the monitor will display the message "Firing, clear area, 30 seconds" before a blue flash of light is emitted from the antenna. SCP-2820 will then focus on a new target. Within 24 hours of firing, the initial target will invariably be killed by the culmination of a non-linear system formed by a series of coincidental occurrences. It's the final destination gun. Commonly known... Oh, the Death Note gun. Pick your poison. Commonly known as the butterfly effect. At which time SCP-2820 will fire again. Like, I used to hate reading containment procedures. Now I like them because it's very interesting how they contain it. I think that's like always a case of like... I think it's always like a case of like your life phases, right? Because a lot of times, I can imagine starting with SCPs, you kind of go like, I don't care how it's being contained, I want to just see what it does. But then once you have read enough, you kind of go like, okay, now actually how does the Foundation keep this contained? Especially if you hear something like something in space, you're like, okay, how do they keep this contained? Like, how does it work? And so that's really hard to contain it as well, hence some containment procedures are short. Yeah. Notably, eyewitnesses' testimonies in the aftermath of the target deaths consistently mention the appearance of a chimpanzee in a trench coat. Wait. Is it Hitmonkey? Is it Hitmonkey by any chance? Video recordings and forensic investigation into the aftermath of SCP-2820 kills indicate that the chimpanzee does not actually exist. It is purely a perceptual phenomenon resulting from aforementioned nonlinear system. The occurrences that produce the nonlinear system are not anomalous themselves, ranging from slipping on ice to purchasing cough medicine, though exact replication of these events is tedious, difficult, and resource intensive. Yeah, I can imagine, because it's like, again, it's like Final Destination. It's like a domino effect of shit happening. Well, here it says butterfly effect, which is also partly Final Destination, because like depending on what they do, the butterfly effect, like, especially because death is like, no, you can't do that. Hitmonkey is really niche. No, I don't think so. Who knows? You never know. SCP-2820 was initially recovered from an abandoned Prometheus Labs facility near Varanasi, India, shortly before finding and eliminating known Target 58. Logged communication with SCP-2820. Ooh. Okay, what do we have here? Last logging, Tuesday, August 30th, 22:37:23 on TTIS 000, and then we have, which I assume is the Vaishnavastra, which I assume that's like a Indian or Hindu deity. Which, by the way, if you ever want like deep diving into Hindu mythology is fucking insane. They have so much. You think Greek has a lot? The Hindu, they have a god for everything, and I know Greek also, but the Hindu really has like quadru gods for everything, and I'm like just like, what? How many do you guys have? Okay, so we have PL percentage default, okay, and then we have PL default help. Then we have Kalki going, hello, how can I help you? Do you understand me? I do. I can communicate in many languages. Who are you? I'm Kalki. Precognitive unit C4SS, son of Bratin, grandson of Bardine. And Howard did tell me this will just lead to like lore stuff. We don't have to read this. Descendant of Bharadvaja and the final incarnation of Lord Vishnu. There you are. Prominent deity in Hindu mythology said to come down to Earth periodically in the form of avatars to defeat evil. Yeah, Vishnu's like the big one, the big boy, the big boss, the big kahuna, the big fish. What is this machine? This is the Vaishnavastra, the celestial weapon by which I shall slay the Sunyavadis. Wait a minute. What's Rama's bow called? Rama bow. Because Rama is also like name. Okay, no, it's not. The Rama's bow is called Dishanga. Okay. Because Rama also uses a weapon that can like, you can basically like snipe anybody with it. Okay, so it's not that. Gotcha. But we can look up what if that is actually based. I assume it is. I mean, there's so many references already to like Hindu mythology here. It's a legendary divine weapon from Hindu mythology representing Lord Vishnu's immense power of preservation. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that it belongs to Vishnu. That makes sense. The celestial weapon by which I shall slay the Sunyavadis. Demons that figure prominently in Hindu eschatology. Yeah, they have a lot of demons in Hindu mythology. How does this machine work? What is with the chimpanzee in a trench coat? I am all-pervading. I am the past and the future and the present. I see what evil may come to pass, and through the Vaishnavastra direct the flow of the universe that the evil be slain. Cool, but what about the chimpanzee? The ape is merely the whimsy of a being unable to extricate himself from worldly desires. Can I use the machine? No. Lord Parashurama himself instructed me in the performance of the penance required to earn the divine weaponry. Sixth avatar of Vishnu. Yep. Can you teach me? No. Interesting. Can I use the weapon? I don't have my flipped camera thing. I would do that right now, but I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna turn it like this, okay guys? Interesting. Can I use the weapon? No. It is strictly forbidden for you. Will you train me on using the weapon? No. Bye. Just leaves. The final incarnation of Vishnu is a cannon. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Boys will be boys. Last look. Wednesday, January 5th, 2020, 37:23 on TTYS 000. And then we have that again. Help. Hello, how can I help? Can you answer some questions? Yes. Who built this machine? It is my divine weapon, granted me by Lord Shiva in exchange for austere penance. You know what I think I almost associate this with? The big fucking gun from Doom. Or even like the Mastiff from Apex Legends, because the Mastiff has a little like screen. So I almost imagine like it's like a Mastiff that you can like, and the screen talks to you and you're like, oh, okay. I'm the Lord. I exist outside of time and see everything that is, was, and will be. How do you know you are the Lord? My guru, Vaidyanathan, uploaded the sacred text into my memory and then programmed me to recognize my true divinity. Calculus logged off. Dude, stop logging off. We have more questions. Partial list of known SB2820 targets and the credentials. If it's another fucking US president, I'm gonna be like, dude, the US presidents just go through shit in the SCP universe. Target 60, Porto Seguro, Brazil. Oh hey, that's a different one. 7th, 6th, 19. Agent henceforth P witnessed SB2820's effect while tracking down a Class 2 reality bender, primarily anomaly in Porto Seguro. In the resulting confrontation, the primary anomaly suffered a traumatic brain injury and fell into a coma from which they have not recovered. The primary anomaly was recovered and has been on intravenous life support for the past years. Testimony of P. I was tracking the reality. Interviewer anomaly. Okay, right. Okay, testimony of P. Okay, gotcha. So the agent. Right, I was tracking the anomaly through Porto Seguro. My job was basically to find out where was going to ground, where its safe house was, so to speak. I had a gun and tranquilizer, of course, but I couldn't really do body armor or anything without sticking out like a sore thumb. Plus, it was the hottest day of the summer. I was boiled alive. Anyways, I followed the anomaly into the downtown Citadel Alta, it's called, and I saw something out the corner of my eye. We were going down this alleyway between a bunch of flats and I was getting really windy. And I got distracted by this torn up trash bag out the corner of my eye. Anyways, I started looking at the bag because it also made sense, you know? Not to not be looking at an anomaly in case you looked back. But then I got jumped. It wasn't an anomaly, just some small time crook with a submachine gun. Wasn't even holding it right. I was reaching into my pocket to give him a fake wallet and then there was just clattering of gunfire. And first I thought I was dead. Then I realized no, my ears were ringing and I couldn't hear anything else, so I had to be alive. So just kicked back on reflex to disarm the kid, and then I got a good look around. That fucking trash bag had blown up behind us and smacked into the kid. There was like a rock in it or something, and spooked him so his shot went all over the damn place. And one of those shots must have hit the building, and this massive chunk of brick came down and absolutely brained the reality bend. Yeah, so that's the domino effect of like, oh, dead. So the gangbanger was on the ground and bent, and normally was probably dead. So I called in for backup, and that's pretty much what happened. Though there was one more weird thing. Probably nothing, but you can't be too careful with anomalies like that. What was it? When the wind picked up the bag, well, it almost looked like a circus monkey running away. Like, you ever seen Calvin and Hobbes where Calvin and Hobbes are stacked on top of each other in a trench coat? Kind of like that. This is kind of dope. I gotta say, a random day. This is kind of fun. I like this one. You Well, start. Target 79. Chinoteca, Nicaragua, 18th, 9th, 19. Since Prometheus Labs made this, I just imagine Vishnu saw this cannon and was like, yeah, that's what I want to be. I think SB2820 is unique. Mechanic, we have to branch out your terminology a little bit. We gotta give you a dictionary of like different things to say. Summoning by a minor cold resulted in the creation of a severely deformed and mentally disabled Type 5 reality bender, Alpha threat, that instigated redacted. However, intervention by SB2820 neutralized the Alpha threat and prevented a more severe catastrophe. Given the massive repercussions of the event, a more time and resource-intensive investigation in the event was authorized, including interviews with civilians in the area, forensic reconstruction of the area, and the use of redacted. Due to the sensitive information contained in this document, full access is limited to Department of Thaumaturgy personnel. We create a timeline, so 9, 8, 16, 16th, 9th, okay. Man drops ballpoint pen on the ground. 9:16, leader of Cold walks by and slips on ballpoint pen. This results in her being delayed by 2 minutes to catch a bus. Redacted. 13:16, minor Cold member sent a secondary option, picks up wrong flintlock rifle, presumably due to unfamiliarity with firearms. Redacted. 17:50, 17th, 9th. As a result of ecto copulation, an anomalous storm pattern forms over the Mancodal Dam. Foundation Meteorological Department identifies anomalously rapid formation of storm system, which is confirmed to be of thaumaturgic origin. Omega 8 is deployed to Chinoteca. Redacted. 4:22, 18th, 9th. Agent Barnes regurgitates Alpha threat, thus partially completing the third portion of the aforementioned prophecy. Alpha threat levitates trench coat. Redacted. 5:43, 5:43. SB2820 fires. Redacted. 7:16. Laws of gravity briefly cease working in a cylinder around the top of the dam, causing the Homo superior to asphyxiate. 8:34. Laws of gravity reinstated around the top of dam. Redacted. 14:47. Frog detonates bomb, preventing Alpha threat complete rebirth. Redacted. 21:40. Rock falls out of a coat pocket onto a bottle of tequila, breaking and averting an XK class scenario. Redacted. 23:47. Trench coat is thrown into flintlock rifle, which inadvertently discharges, striking Alpha threat in the head and killing it. 1:10, 19th, 9th. Cleanup operation begins. I still have my alien theory about you, Mechanic. I think 282 is unique fellow humans. So that I'm Swedish, then you could be a Swedish alien. If that is what you want to believe, then I accept it. I mean, yeah, to be fair, it will also explain why, like, a lot of things that we find scary, you'll be like, no, I won't be friends with it. Because, like, maybe in your world, all that stuff is, like, normal. Or maybe you've seen scarier things in real life and you're like, you know what? Target 91 redacted. 8th, 5th, 2000. Yeah. Summary: SB2820 targeted the site director of Site 75. All attempts to destroy or deactivate it were unsuccessful. The director was killed when the Scranton anchors used to protect his safe house suffered an unprecedented malfunction. 9:47, 8th, 5th. SB2820 begins tracking William Bell, director of Site 75, who is immediately detained, examined, and found to be wholly non-anomalous. 22:13. An attempt is made to destroy SB2820 with high explosive, but it is undamaged by the attempt. Further attempts to destroy the anomaly are unsuccessful. 3rd, 15th, 9th, 5th. Bell is transported to a level 5 safe house with all possible precautions against anomalies, including the usage of Scranton reality anchors. 7:47, SB2820 fires. 17:36, an unexpected effect in the structure of the SRAs causes feedback loop, which results in a massive spatial deformation, killing Bell and destroying the safe house. 18:6, SCP-2820 is interviewed. Update your dictionary. I'm trying my best. Okay. You're not trying hard enough. Just kidding. We're just messing with your mechanic. Don't take it too seriously. Last login Tuesday, August 30th, 22:37. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All that's the same. Help. Hello. How are you? Why did you kill the last person? He was not anomalous. He had not yet awakened to his true form. Within 10 years, he would have discovered that he was a Sunyavadi and wreaked havoc upon mankind. I prevented that. How do you know he would have been anomalous? I'm transcendent. I am all-pervading. I am your past, your future, your present. For you, he would have eventually become a Sunyavadi. For me, he always has been a Sunyavadi. How did you kill him? Time is meaningless. I shaped his past that his future would destroy him. I shaped his past that his future would destroy him. How do you know you did not kill him for some other reason? I do not enjoy taking lives. Before I awoke to my true form, I wished to explore outer space, but I chose to fulfill my duties and end the Kali Yuga. Hey! We had a Kali Yuga in the last reading as well. I ended the Sunyavadi's life because it was my dharma. Term in Hinduism for living in accordance with principles of righteousness. Because we had Kali Yuga with the story that constantly kept changing. I am Lord Vishnu, the preserver. What I do to bring humanity into a golden age. Kalki has locked off. And yes, you are partially right. My sister would trick me into watching messed up videos when we were younger, and I know we are teasing me. I enjoy it like when Afro once called me Steven. I did call you Steven once, yeah. I remember when I was 8, my friend showed me gay porn up for YouTube purposes. That was fake. That's not a friend of yours. I mean, to be fair, gay porn up, it's just gay people having fun. Or basically non-gay people making money. It's both sides. It's gay people having fun and non-gay people getting the big bucks. It's really nothing that like... but while being 8... That maybe was a little bit early. I think that's a little bit too early because, like, you know, porn has a huge impact in your younger years. And, yeah, no child should watch that. Even when you're, like, you know, 14, 15, 16, 17, it's still, like... it's still risky to watch porn just because depending how like addicted or how much you get into it, it can definitely change who you are as a person, and it can also change how you view relationships. So I got into that pretty early as well, but luckily I also got into relationships pretty early and learned pretty fast. Nope, these are two different worlds. Keep them separated. They have nothing to do with each other. You can try to attempt the stuff that you've seen in those videos, but don't expect it to like go as you think it goes. Mine was as a kid was when my big sister made me watch Human Centipede, I suppose. No, okay. Yeah, I can see you two have a splendid. Your stepsis never gets stuck. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna stop you guys right there. Don't make me putting you in a timeout, okay? Let's continue.